I'm going to take down a whole new attitude whenever I talk with Chemo. I'm going to do exactly what he does, but in reverse. All right, so we know you haven't got a model, and nothing that you do will work on any model that you make. However, you're fully ready to um, uh, pretend and make mathematical mistakes to make your model, make your non-model work, and that you're a complete and utter um, lie when it comes to everything. But that's all right, because we understand that you live in that dream world. And if you wish to keep on believing about the flat earth, that's fine. You can live in that dream world. So that complete condescending mannerism that he does, just I'm going to give it straight back to him in a
Yeah. I would No, I think we're here. Have we got
What's your...
sound? We've got sound in there. We've got sound there. We don't need sound there. That'll do us. Yeah, thanks, David. Yeah, I've only just been able to live stream in the last couple of weeks again because I had those strikes. So it's starting all over again in a way, sort of thing, I suppose. Getting back into the swing of things.
You kept going a bit with some help, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, if I didn't have somebody else's channel named Alan Evans, I think his name was, helping me out for the last 6 months. Oh, that's you. That's you, Alan.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah.
Are they trying to guess? I'm going to go back. Today,
No, no,
scientists
no.
earned his reputation by discovering 10 transuranium elements for which he shared the Nobel Prize. He's also an advisor to 10 US presidents from Harry S. Truman to Bill Clinton. Oh, we're going to make
Yep.
room for Blue. Shove over, everyone. Wait, is it voices that I hear? Mark's calendar. What?
No, your second guess is not right either, John. Stop.
He's going to keep guessing. Oh, what you'll get it eventually. It can't be that many names
Maybe.
with a G and an S.
I'll give you a hint. The
Oh,
underscores give you a clue as to how many letters are in them.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm not even going to try to guess. I hear them and take my meds. Yeah, that's usually what happens, Boggs. If you hear voices, you just take your meds, you'll be right.
are
What? A
you
pizza
sure,
flavoured pizza? That's original.
Well, I was asking what I should. I've got my pizza dough being made right now. I'm going to make a pizza in about an hour, and I wanted suggestions for what to put on it. And someone
Uh,
said, "Put pizza on your pizza."
I can suggest what not to put on it.
Pineapple.
I like bacon and anchovies and
Mm-hmm.
olives and cabanossis and cheese and tomato puree stuff and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff.
Anchovies.
Yeah, I don't mind a couple of anchovies.
Mm-hmm. Capsicum.
Yeah, some capsicum and some olives.
Mushrooms.
Yeah, and mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Mmm.
Chilies. Hot chilies.
Mm, no, that ruins the taste for me if I put something hot like chilies on it.
Oh no, it's good.
Cheeseburger on a pizza. Now, how do you get a cheeseburger on a pizza?
You could
Now they're
chop it
just
up
being
fine, I
silly.
suppose, and sprinkle it over.
A grated cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Ah,
yeah, cook yourself a cheeseburger, freeze it, grate it, and then sprinkle it on your pizza.
Yeah.
never tried that one. No one said g'day mate to Blue.
Mm.
Huh?
Mm.
Mm.
Hey, mate.
G'day mate.
Yeah, mate.
I seen you made a coffee table, Blue, in the pictures you put in your Cavendish
Yeah, I
thing.
did. I did.
It's a
Big
solid coffee.
sturdy
It's a
coffee
solid,
table.
solid coffee table.
Yes, it is. I may have to have help taking that thing down off the workbench.
Uh, while I've got a free
Mm.
hand. Where are we?
But that was the idea, because don't want the thing vibrating around.
That one. That
And
one.
mass is really good for that.
That one. That all there is. Right, that's all there is. There we go. Show and tell. Yeah, I'll do it that way. Get a better view.
I got one just like that. Oh wait, that's mine.
Real coach bolts.
Mm-hmm.
No clamps are harmed in the making of this table.
Well, I was going to say, I'm glad to see the clamps are actually getting some exercise.
Isn't there a joke or a story about a woman that had a kitchen table and it was wobbly, so she kept cutting the legs. She trimmed off one of the legs to make it even and ended up with a coffee table. Something like that.
Nice legs.
Well, it's a multi-purpose table. If you're not using it for something, you could always use it as a coffee table. How high is it in metric or inches? Doesn't matter.
Oh, about
40 inches?
500 millimeters.
Oh, okay. I was way off.
That's all.
I was way off.
But I made the legs removable in case I end up inheriting this thing for some reason. Can't find somebody who wants to take all this crap.
Oh, so that's why the bolts. That's what for the bolts.
Yeah, I'll take the damn legs off and put long legs on it and make a workbench out of it.
Yeah, make a decent workbench.
Oh, hell yeah. It'd be a great woodworking bench.
Beautiful job.
Wait a minute, you've lost your pencil. I can't find it.
Pencil's gone.
That's gone.
Gone.
Oh no.
Pencil is gone.
Oh. Wait a minute, I see a Sharpie. Will that do?
That's a Sharpie, yeah. That's not a pencil. Oh, well. Yeah, I just got a couple of things to do to that and round off some of those sharp corners. Stuff like that. Just take a minute.
Yeah, you take a minute to do that. Do that in your coffee break.
Yep.
Half the time I do stuff like that. I make a coffee and I'm having my coffee and I've done the job. Oh, okay, that was a quick job. Coffee break's over.
I got some. We got some leveling feet. I got to drill holes in the bottom of those legs.
Oh, you put those adjustable little screw things in. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I've got those in that big frame too.
Okay. Well, you never know what surface it's going to end up on after you, or for yours to start with. But
yeah, it's sitting on my surface, and that's for sure not level. Damn concrete. Despite what Rakia and Brian Leakey say.
Yeah?
Damn concrete is not level.
Well, I thought it was level, but it might not be flat.
I was going to say, I thought it was really hard to get flat level concrete.
Well, you can get it level, but it's hard to get it flat.
And invariably it has a little bit of drop across it at some point, doesn't it? Well, most people put a little bit of drop on it just so that water runs off.
Yeah, it's meant to be high centered, like a little bit high in the center, or if it's a slab for a garage that's a freestanding garage, they're meant to slope it slightly. But I think they put too much of a slope on the one I got over the in-laws because the garage door doesn't come down square to the bottom. So I think they went a little bit too much. So I've got to re-straighten the whole garage and the roller door and maybe cut a bit of the concrete to make the door sit level at the bottom. Okay, I'll close all those tabs. I don't need all them. I'm not doing high Q research tonight. Alright, I've got a couple of little short bids and a little bit of reading. Where do I hide all that? Stream topic in the secret place. Alright, I've got Goulburn Waterworks, Goulburn, New South Wales. The Goulburn Waterworks Appleby beam engine and horizontal engine. And an Appleby beam engine, and the guy's talking about that as well. So it's an Appleby beam engine, is one of medium size, and it produces 120 horsepower. So I've got that. I'll grab that too. Now I can either read. Oh, I've got two lots to read here. What's that one? That one might be better for reading. The steam engine powers industrial revolution. Background. There's not a lot to read. We miss Farmer's been here because he used to do the reading sometimes. So I'll read
Yeah,
that.
well, I'll read for you if you really want me to.
Yeah, well I've
I
got
don't
this
mind
bit
doing a
here
little
to read. And I'll grab the videos that I want. I want that one. And I want that one. So we'll watch both videos back to back, but they only run. One runs for 3 minutes something, and the other one runs for 2 minutes something. So we'll watch them back to back. Those two videos. And they're Creative Commons, reuse allowed, and the music's reuse is what do you call that music? That's free music thing. Word.
Copyright free.
It's called. What do you write it as?
Crappy music.
Yeah, royalty free. Yeah, royalty free music. Yeah, audio book something. Royalty free. Yeah, it's crappy music.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, you very often get what you pay for, don't you?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, if you don't pay for it, you just get whatever you get. Copy left. What?
That's also a thing with in the mostly in the free software type places where
Renee and me says I hate
unless
mobile.
you literally
Yeah.
renounce your copyright, everything has copyright on it. It's just whether or not it's just how you license it to people.
Elevator music. Renee me says I hate mobile phones. I accidentally hit 911 on my screen, and I am liable to have the law knocking at my door any time now, even though I placed a call telling them that it was a mistake. Okay. Right. What do we got here? I couldn't really find what I wanted for tonight, so this will have to do in the interim till I can see what I can find for next time. Is that going to fit on the screen? How does that fit? What happens if you go bigger? Makes it easier to read. Thing is, you get the stuff on the side, which I don't really want. How big do we need it to read it? That's 100%.
Looks good to me. Hang on, let's have a look
Yeah,
at
you just get
Let's
all
have
this
a
crap.
quick
You
look at
just
the
get all this
stream.
crap on the side. That's all.
Don't. Oh no, can't. Yeah, looks okay on the stream to me.
Okie dokie. Where's the title start? You reckon? There. That's the title. And that's one paragraph, and then we go to background. That's the background. So it might take us a few minutes to read this. So, who wants to read the overview to start with before we get to the background?
I'll go first if you like.
Yeah, just tell me when to scroll, or I'll scroll carefully when you get to the bottom.
Okay. Was there something along the lines of the steam engine powers the Industrial Revolution?
Yeah. Oh, it should have been.
So,
The steam engine.
yes. Yeah, I guessed it would say that, but the steam engine powers the Industrial Revolution. Overview. The invention of the steam engine in 1698 by Thomas Savery, who lived from 1650 to 1715, was among the most important steps towards the modern industrial age, in which machine power replaced human or animal muscle power. Savery's 1698 patent of his steam engine, designed to help remove water that seeped into the bottom of coal mines, laid the foundations for a series of refinements and redesigns by Thomas Newcomen, 1663 to 1729, and most notably James Watt, 1736 to 1819, that resulted in the transformation not only of work, but also of the entire society, for whose support that work was done. While any number of other inventions and devices played major parts in the march towards industrialisation, it was the steam engine above all that established the place and importance of the machine in the modern world, and made possible the creation of the large factories that were among the most significant undertakings of industrial civilization.
Yeah.
Would you like me to continue?
If you want, it's up to you.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
mind
fine.
reading. You read for a while, and then I'll take over after a few paragraphs.
Okay. Just remind me what the paragraph was. Background. By the late 1600s, England had a fuel problem. Harsh winters and growing population had resulted in the depletion of many of England's great forests, as trees were cut down and burned. What wood remained was more valuable as lumber than fuel. To solve the problem, England turned to its rich deposits of coal. Unfortunately, the mining of coal created its own set of problems, primarily the tendency of water to seep into the lowest reaches of coal mines, making it difficult, if not impossible, to extract the coal. Some attempts were made to remove the water by using hand pumps to create vacuums in tubes. The water would then be sucked up from the vacuum. Hand pumping, however, was slow and ultimately ineffectual against the volume of water in the mine shafts. Inventor and merchant Thomas Savery of Devonshire, England, was aware of the experiments with steam and pressure, turned his technical abilities to the creation of a mechanical device for using those properties to raise water. Savery's device involved heating water in a boiler. The boiling water produced steam. Scroll, please.
Oh.
The boiling water produced steam, which was routed through pipes to a receptacle, which in turn connected to a suction pipe that extended down to the water to be raised. Once the receiving vessel was filled with steam, it was sprayed with cold water. The sudden cooling of the vessel quickly condensed the steam, creating a vacuum that resulted in a change in atmospheric pressure within the suction tube, forcing water up its length. Savery was granted a patent for the device in 1698. Four years later, he published a treatise describing his invention, the miner's friend, or an engine to raise water by fire. His engines became known as miners' friends, although it is unclear whether any of them found actual use in coal mines. There were some technical problems with the miners' friends, not least of which was the poor quality of metal fittings at the time, because the device required control of the internal pressure. Technically, Savery's invention was an atmospheric engine rather than a true steam engine. It was vital that all of the pipes be tightly sealed. Such seals proved difficult to maintain, however, and Savery's devices suffered from constant failures of the pipe joints. Another Devonshire inventor, blacksmith Thomas Newcomen, made refinements to Savery's device that turned it into a true steam engine. Where the miner's friend used an open fire, Newcomen's engine employed a sealed boiler. Above the boiler rested a piston cylinder. The piston was connected to a pump, whose weighted rod raised the piston to the top of the cylinder. Scroll, please. With the piston at the top of the cylinder itself was filled with steam from the boiler. Cold water that was sprayed into the steam-filled cylinder condensed the steam, creating a vacuum which drew the piston downwards, completing the pump cycle. Each completed cycle raised the water in which the bottom of the pump rested. The first known working model of a Newcomen engine was deployed in 1712, although it is believed that many prototypes preceded it. Do you want to give me another scroll? Newcomen's refinements greatly increased the effectiveness of the steam-driven water lifting device, if not its efficiency. However, Newcomen's engine faced numerous legal problems as a result of Savery's patent and the belief that Newcomen infringed Savery's rights. After much negotiation, Newcomen agreed to pay royalties to Savery and later to the syndicate that acquired Savery's patent after his death. Efficiency issues were less easily resolved. While Newcomen's expertise as an ironworker contributed to improved joints and seals in the boiler and pipe system, there remained a severe flaw to his engine. Because the piston cylinder had to be cooled for every cycle and reheated for each subsequent cycle, tremendous amounts of fuel were required simply to renew the steam. This mattered little at the coal mines, where there was obviously plenty of fuel. Indeed, for deeper mines, several Newcomen engines were used in sequence, raising water from one level to the next, each engine burning large amounts of coal to power each stroke of its pump. Elsewhere, though, the amount of fuel required became an obstacle to the engine's widespread use. Newcomen engines did find wider use, however, with ongoing refinements and improvements, and the age of steam had truly begun. The full potential of steam, though, would await the attention of Scottish mechanical engineer James Watt.
You want me to do a bit?
That's okay. Watt, an instrument maker, was asked in the 1750s to repair a Newcomen engine. Careful observation of the engine's working inspired Watt. The inefficiencies were a result of combining the steam cycle and the condensing cycle in the same cylinder. Not only was the combination inefficient, it placed terrific and repetitive stress on the cylinder. During a Sunday stroll, Watt had an insight. The condensation process should be separated from the piston cylinder. He quickly designed a new steam engine, one in which the steam, having done its work, was guided away from the first cylinder and into a second, whose sole purpose was to serve as a vessel for condensation. Watt built a prototype, which still exists, in 1765 and was granted a patent in 1769.
Wow, it still exists then. I'd have to check that out and find out.
I
if I can
think
find that.
it might well be in the Science Museum in London, but I don't know about that. I know they have several steam engines in there. The benefit of Watt's insight were dramatic. Improvements in thermal efficiency, the hot cylinder could remain hot, the cold cylinder cold, resulted in a great increase in the steam engine's economy of operation. Less fuel was needed to accomplish more work. Backed by wealthy English manufacturer Matthew Boulton, 1728 to 1809, Watt created in 1775 the Soho foundry in Birmingham, England.
Birmingham.
From this Birmingham. Sorry, folks. Can't help that one. From this foundry, Watt engines poured forth, as did ongoing improvements. Perhaps the most important improvement was Watt's 1782 introduction of the double acting mechanism, which allowed the engine to drive both forward and backward pistons. Both forward and backward piston strokes, essentially doubling its capacity for work. A further refinement adapted the steam engine for rotary motion. The engine could be used to power movement in any direction, making it ideal not only for up and down pumping actions, but also for any repetitive cycle of movement. Soon, steam engines were driving cotton and wool mills and finding their way into other industries, notably the emerging transportation industry, which adapted steam engines for railroads and ships. Industry itself responded, finding ever newer and more ambitious uses for the now versatile engine. Steam itself proved versatile under Watt's command of its properties. He heated his offices with steam, he devised instruments for measuring engine efficiency and governors for controlling steam engines from improper or dangerous operation. Awareness of the potential dangers of steam engines, in fact, prompted one of Watt's few oversights. To the end of his life, he remained opposed to the use of high-pressure steam, despite the dramatic increase in efficiency that higher pressure offered.
Okay.
Do you want to scroll me up for the next paragraph? Nor were his inventions limited to the steam engine. As the success of his engine spread, so did the business demands Watt faced. Deluged by paperwork, he invented a chemical process for copying documents, a process that remained in use until the arrival of the typewriter, long after Watt's death. As the importance of the steam engine grew, Watt also applied himself and his engineering skills to documenting and measuring the engine's capacity for work. He created a unit of measurement based on comparing mechanical power with that of the previous universal power source, the horse. Watt's measurement unit, horsepower, equated the ability of the horse to lift 33,000 pounds, that's 14,969 kilograms, 1 foot, that's 0.3 meters, in 1 minute. Horsepower remains universally known as an index of mechanical energy. But that was not Watt's only contribution to the language of energy measurements. When he died at the age of 83, his refinement of the steam engine was already well on its way to transforming every aspect of human society. To this day, his name is known not only as that of the engineer and inventor, but as perhaps the most common of all units of energy management, the watt.
The watt, yeah. And not. That's why I said he invented the light bulb.
Impact. The impact of the steam engine cannot be overstated. It belongs with the printing press, electric power, telegraphy and the telephone, and lately the computer, as inventions that have exerted a dramatic and far-ranging influence on civilization. From its beginnings as a device intended to serve a specific purpose, lifting water, the steam engine itself rose to lift all of society into the industrial age. The Industrial Revolution itself, the transformation of economy from a local mill and shop foundation to one based on huge central factories, was wide. Rapid distribution of goods rests on a cloud of steam. Virtually every industry was affected and altered by the steam engine. The coal mines for which Savory's miners' friends were first developed became more and more important as a source of fuel for the rapidly increasing number of steam engines. In turn, the increased efficiencies of the engines enabled the mines to be sunk ever deeper without flooding. Mines for other minerals quickly followed the route of coal mines, deeper and deeper into the earth. Metallurgy itself responded to the demand for ever tighter and more durable seals. Improvements in metalworking made larger boilers possible, and larger boilers were able to drive larger pistons, which in turn powered larger and more powerful machines.
Mm. Cool.
Those machines made possible the cornerstone of industrial society, the factory. Huge centralized manufacturing operations grew up around the relatively cheap and increasingly efficient mechanical energy provided by steam engines. The textile industry was among the first beneficiaries of steam power, as engines were applied to driving great looms, tended by dozens of workers, producing vast quantities of fabric. The ability to adapt steam engines by way of mechanical linkages to rotary drives enabled the creation of steam-powered transportation. Rail lines crossed nations and soon continents. Steamships travelled the ocean far faster than could sailing ships. Some models of early automobiles were steam-powered. Much of the freight carried by rail and steamships was produced in steam-driven factories. Steam heat used for centralised heating became more common. As the importance of the factory increased, cities themselves increased in size as the population was drawn to work in the factories. Industrialisation proved a double-edged sword, though. Some workers, artisans and craftsmen, seeing machines displace their skills, responded by following the lead of Ned Ludd and sabotaged factories. Over the course of the 19th century, conditions in factories prompted calls for social reforms and concerns for workers' rights. The growth of industrial civilization, powered by steam and later electricity and petroleum, could be seen in skies that themselves grew dark with smoke from burning coal. For good and ill, though, the inventions of Savory, Newcomen and Watt altered the course of world civilization, providing a cheap and efficient source of energy and power that was adapted and continues to be used in various forms to drive civilization's engines. And this was written by Keith Farrell.
There's further reading, but we're not going to get into that. Oh, thank you, Alan.
You're welcome.
Congratulations to Brainery for getting the scientist.
Brainery?
Yeah. Oh, no, mate. Hey.
Okay, you've got an element named after him as well.
Yep. Well, so he should after he discovered more than 10 of them himself.
So did he have the element of surprise?
That's bad.
I'm sorry.
What was the element, Paul?
What's that?
What was the element?
He discovered more than 10 elements, not just one.
Oh. Well, you know the 10 elements?
No, not off by heart. No.
But I'm sure. But one of them was Seaborgium. Thank you, Brainery. Number 106 with the symbol SG.
Okay.
Right, that was your auditory stimulation satisfied. Now we'll have some visualized stimulation. It does have music, but it is copyright free, so I'll just turn the volume down. I don't know what anything's written in it or not, but we'll see what we get. This is in Goulburn in New South Wales. I'll read the original 1883 Appleby steam engine situated inside the pump house was one of 4 installed in pump houses around New South Wales. So it's been well maintained, restored and maintained, that is. The steam engine is known as the beam engine because of the large overhead rocking beam that I can't read that. Somebody else? Can anyone else read that if I unpause it?
Transmits motion from the pistons to the cranks.
Right. This great beam engine of the type first invented by Thomas Newcomb, I've heard that name before, in 1712, as an example of the powerhouse that drove the Industrial Revolution.
I think it's actually probably closer to Watt's designs.
Yeah. Oh, video not visible. Oh shit. Sorry guys. I'll rewind it for you. There you go. Start again. Sorry, David. It looks like it was only built yesterday. Okay, originally designed for pumping water out of mines in the UK, it was improved by Watt, Smeaton and Maudsley and other engineers of the steam age until it became a very efficient and reliable engine. Horizontal engine, England. Oh, missed that.
Built in Bolton.
By Hick Hargraves and Company in England in 1866.
No, that's the one that's just coming up. I think the one we were just looking at was
the beam engine. No, this is the horizontal engine.
Yeah.
So they must have shipped it over on a steamship, bit by bit, because I don't think we built it here.
Well, they would have sent it over as a kit to be assembled.
Like a big Meccano kit or some big Lego kit thing.
Just like no, like a big Meccano kit.
Yeah.
Exactly like a big Meccano kit. This engine was manufactured in Bolton, Yep.
UK, by Hickson Hargraves Company, and it is the oldest of only 3 left in the world. Wow. I can't quite read all that. The single cylinder horizontal engine measures 9 meters in length.
Yep.
And weighs 17 tons.
Yeah.
With the flywheel being 4 something.
Meters in diameter.
Oh, okay.
My eyes are actually working this morning. They haven't been working well for the last week or 2, but they're working okay today.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Have fun.
The engine came to Australia in 1867 and was put to work at Bells Creek gold mine near
Araloon,
New South Wales. This venture was abandoned about 1896, and the engine then used at Wright and Bruce Tannery and at Botany near Sydney until it was discarded in 1961.
Wow. Well, it was discarded. It was restored. I can't read the bottom bit. The engine eventually made its way to the Museum of Historic Engines.
Precursor to the Waterworks Museum in 1970.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Waterworks Museum's up in oh shit! Now I forget the name of the place. It'll come to me.
Goulburn?
No, in Sydney. Pyrmont. Near Pyrmont. It's called the Powerhouse Museum. And there's all the stuff up in there. I've never been to it actually.
It was during this period that a grant was made available under the Regional Employment Development Scheme for the installation and restoration of the Hicks Hargreaves in the annex of the Pump House.
Yeah.
Small steam-driven machines are also on display.
That'd be enough to run your push bike.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that's actually at the Goulburn Waterworks Museum, goulburnwaterworks.com.au.
Yeah, the Powerhouse Museum up in Pyrmont, Sydney's got some stuff too, but I've never been up there to know what's actually up there. Yes, I know about Centrilia, Renee and me. I've read all about that. And the actual road that's just on the outskirts, they actually blocked that off completely now because they had too many tourists and that driving down into there, and there's still some houses with people living in them, and the tourists had come along and think that the houses were abandoned, and so people were having a problem with trespassers. But that graffiti highway that's near it too, that's all getting blocked off around that area. See, I know a little bit about something, but not a lot about it. There we go. That's that one. Now this one, this is the Goulburn Waterworks Museum Appleby beam engine. You'll need to see it in here. And you need to see it out there.
Good morning, my name is Brian Mulqueen and I'm one of the volunteers here at Goulburn's Historic Waterworks. And behind me is our unique Appleby beam engine. This engine was one of 4 built by Appleby Brothers back in 1883. One of the machines that was installed in 4 places around New South Wales at the time, back in 1884. The other 3 places were Albury, Wagga Wagga and Bacchus. But Goulburn is the only place that still has its engine in its original installation. Unfortunately, the other 3 over the years have been broken up and scrapped. So we're extremely lucky to have this old engine here. It's the only Appleby beam engine in existence in the world today. And we owe a great debt to a chap called Bruce McDonald, who was responsible for coming here in the mid-1950s, and he and a few of his mates installed the old engine and got it up and running back in 1957, and it's been running since then, on and off, under different management, originally with Bruce and his wife Dorothy. Now this engine was used to pump the water from here out of the Wallandilly River up to a settling pond up on the corner of Clinton and Clyde Street, where the water was allowed to settle, and was then fed through sand and gravel filters and just by gravity down. It's a beam steam engine, called a beam engine because of the big rocking beam up in the overhead here, and it's what they classify as a Wolf compound condensing engine. It has 2 cylinders, a high and low pressure cylinder, and I believe the rate of horsepower or independent horsepower of the engine is something like 200 or 210 horsepower, something like that.
Yeah, it was a bit terrible that he didn't have a mic.
Yeah.
Background sound.
I tell you, the one thing that always surprises me when I go visit that type of museum is just how quiet those damn things are.
Yeah, you could hear the people talking more than you could hear the actual engine.
Yeah, I mean, you get a little bit of noise from them, but they're really quiet compared with modern, compared with like a modern internal combustion engine.
Yeah, that's the Goulburn pumping station, Phil. It's still the only still working one. No, it's running off steam, Stewie. It's actually running off steam.
Yeah. I remember visiting the Science Museum in London, and they've got a big beam engine in there, and they would run that sometimes.
Okay. Give me a minute while I grab something. Might have to. Pause that. Pause that. Did you have any derp talking about on Jose's last night, Alan, after I listened to you shilling my channel and talking about me?
Mostly it was a disagreement between Essie and Jesse. No, George, sorry. And I kind of bowed before it got into anything really juicy because my back was playing me up. So no, there wasn't really any real decent derp on it.
Okay, so since we thought it was the end of the road for this guy, he's ended up popping out 3 more videos in the last 3 days. So, which is weird. So I'm going to have to catch up on him. Well, he doesn't bring out too many more, but we've caught up to him now, so we'll play this one. Play that one. There we go.
Oh shit.
I thought you might have guessed who it was, Blue. I was being cryptic. I'll speed it up a bit because I'm not going to sit through 21 minutes of it. That should be fast enough.
Hello, hello, hello. Back to a bit of flat earth proof from flat earth science. Explain how it works. A few things to go through. If you haven't seen any of my videos, you might want to go back and check them out. If you think they're interesting, put some thumbs up. Try and out thumb all those scientists who don't really want you to know the reality of things. They want you to think you live on a spinning ball, on the outside of a spinning ball, upside down. Well, the previous video I've discovered how everything shrinks away, how the energy field shrinks back to make us think we live on a ball. When in reality we need a ball to show the model, but we live on a flat earth.
There.
So I've got to try and gather two together to get people to understand how it all works.
Have fun with that.
Basically, I'll run over the flat earth model again. This is the centre earth vortex. It has a vortex. It's spiralling, whatever it is, just moisture. In there, up high, has created a voltage. The spin, reverse spin, you've seen vortex spun, there's a vortex, created the sun. This void in the middle is what they call a vacuum. The vacuum's an amplifier. It amplifies the frequencies that come up. We all survive in frequency.
How can a vacuum amplify something? It's a bloody vacuum.
Yeah, so nothing can apparently do something, can amplify something. Jesus.
Nice one.
Oh. I think I found the vacuum and it's not on the blackboard. Oh, play didn't work. What happened?
Frequencies, everything out here. All matter is based on frequencies. Science knows about the amplification. It goes way back 100 years. That's from when they're trying to...
So science knows about this amplification in a vacuum.
Oh dear.
I think we need a citation for that.
Terry, I can kind of make amplification work in a sort of a vacuum.
Vacuum tube?
Yeah, exactly. No, vacuum valves, please.
Yeah, but it's not the vacuum that's doing the amplifying.
No, it's the free electrons that you're accelerating through the grid that's doing the amplifying.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, whose side are you guys on?
No, we're just, you know, we're just reminding ourselves that we can do stuff in a vacuum that causes amplification, but the vacuum doesn't do any amplifying. It's the free electrons that are moving around in the vacuum that do the amplifying.
I'm on your side, Terry, if Alan's going to make me call them valves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
No, We're from the side that calls them valves, please. Thank you.
But aren't they vacuum tube?
No, they're vacuum valve. They're valves in Britain. They're valves. I thought you guys called them. I think you guys also call them valves.
But but they're valve. Yeah,
we'd need Peter for that.
Okay. Well, Peter's lurking somewhere, so I've heard them as valves. So yeah.
Build radars and stuff. Radar radios. We've got the microwave from the magnetron. It's a sealed unit.
Magnetron, isn't that out of a bloody microwave oven?
Well, yeah, you use a magnetron in a microwave oven because they're a really good way of generating high power RF, radio frequency radiation. And it's like, but I wouldn't call it a sealed unit.
No.
Although of course it has to. Although of course, again, it has to be sealed because a magnetron is essentially a valve, a thermodynamic valve, or a type of valve.
It's where the electrons spin around in the vacuum. And what do we have here? The frequencies. This is the colour range we see, the human eye sees. This is our realm. Everything's seen as physical because of our 5 senses programmed into the brain. And this is all we get to see is those certain 7 colours, including bright white light. And what do we have here? Blue.
Did he just? Did he just say that we only see 7 colours, including bright white light?
Yeah. Yeah, he said that.
There are certainly more than 7 colours of light. I mean, it's a continuous spectrum almost. So
yeah, it's an infinite spectrum.
Yeah.
I mean, they say we can discern around about 16.8 million different shades of colour.
The higher frequency, the more energy, shorter wavelength. It's the first one out of the. What's the saying? Can't remember. Anyway, there it is, the strongest one. That's why we had the blue sky. It's come out of the sun. It reduces to that red. Low frequencies, longer wavelength. Well, look, it's longer. It's on the outside. What do you see in a rainbow? Just like that. There's our blue and red shift.
No.
That's how blue and red shift works. Did you know that?
No.
Well, you said it did.
With blue and red shift.
Well, we see the blue because it's blue sky, because we see the blue, and then the red's the other bit. So there's your blue and red shift. There you go.
So the sky's coming towards us and the sunset's going away from us, is it? No.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't think we thought that far ahead.
I mean, I know we can just. I mean, all we can do is just laugh at this because everything he says is like orders of magnitude into the not even wrong.
Yeah.
He did spell flat Earth science right today, though.
Amplification. This is the male. The sun's in there. That's what does all the work. The moon is the female, the electron. The sun's the proton.
What?
What? So the female runs. So the female runs rings around the male.
Well, I think that might be true in a lot of cases, but
the sun
they run rings around.
It's neutral. The sun gives off both positive and negative charges.
Ah.
You think about it. Amplification in the centre here. Where's our sexual organs? In the centre of our bodies. What's the male one? Why don't you give that a bit of red blood? It gets amplified, doesn't it? It's nature. Now the ether.
I've got no idea where he was going with that
atmospheric
one.
moisture, you call it, but it's got energy in there around it.
Well, there's our moist ether bubble.
So that's what he's calling an erection now, Terry. He's calling it an amplification.
Yes. Yep. Amplified.
Yeah.
The sound moves within it. Bubbles, fine bubbles, I'll put it down to. All in the tropics here. That's what reduces the energy down. Sends everything back downhill. This is why science wants to think, they think they live on a spinning ball. Everything reduces back down. And it does in a sense. We need that to show the model. But Earth is flat. So what's happening here? What have we got out here? We've got ice. What have we got in the centre is ice and snow.
Ice, yeah.
Winds, very dry. Dry atmosphere.
What happened to
Thin
moist?
and dry. What have we got in the tropics here? Thick and moist.
Yeah,
That is
thick
the
and moist.
opposite.
Okay, sorry.
That is the opposite of these two. My previous video, all my videos, I've told you these two magnetic fields are exactly the same. There is the opposite. That is what they can call the attraction. The fields come up, they catch this opposite, get absorbed down to the earth, they swap over and go out, back up, down, cross over and go back up.
No, we
That's
told
the way
him
it
before,
works.
don't cross
Science
the
knows it's
streams.
weak. That's probably why they haven't found the field come down, because they've looked at it, it's weak, there's nothing, not much. They don't know. What they don't know, why are they going to go looking for it? Now they should go looking for it. It's very strong up here, very strong. But it gets absorbed down here and weakens. And somehow through the earth, it gets re-energised. They know, science knows something about electrons line up to the ice or something. But beyond me. Anyway, I've tried to do this model to scale using Tesla's numbers, 3, 6, and 9, and even 12. And I thought I'd come up with this model that's drawn there. And I got the 23.5 degree elliptic angle, comes straight down to the south there, South Pole. I thought that was onto it there because I've seen videos on YouTube of guys videoing the sun that goes, they say south on the horizon. It never sets.
But look how far down he's looking. The sun must be pretty close to him when it was setting.
Goes up behind them and then back down there, and they were saying that was south. I'm thinking, well, the sun must be coming on that's the horizon down there. But it must be back here, because science has got the sun back here. Science says it's all back here. So instead of being there and going behind them, they're standing down here videoing it, looking that way. It's not doing that at all. It must be doing this.
It's got no sense of
The
scale, has he?
horizon's far north. It's gone out of sight. That's the horizon, way back up north here. So it must be like this. And he's forming this way. Surely. I don't know. You've got science saying one thing, got these videos with these YouTubers, scientists obviously, down the Antarctic, showing you these videos, but not saying, they don't say much. But on one video it's stated south and north. So, I don't know. So maybe that's too high. I could bring it down.
Is he talking about the 24-hour sun one that I've got, that shows the sun and it goes up and then down as the Earth rotates? If that's the one he's talking about.
Down lower. Then I won't get my 23 degree elliptic, will I? 23 degree angle. But the other thing is, where does the 23 angle come off? Science has some pictures of a certain angle, like 48 degrees, some which way, and then 23 degrees off that. But anyway, that's perihelion, aphelion, just like in a clock. You have a short arm and a long arm. Long arm, perihelion, all the way out south. Short arm to aphelion. So, what have we got here? Sundial. Some guy wanted to know how sundial worked on a flat earth. Let's see if the video's on first. Yeah, she's on. Well, there's a thing.
This is going to be interesting, a sundial on a flat earth.
He can work it out. It's the same. It works, doesn't it? He lives on a flat earth, not that he realises it. So, if you understand the model here, the sun's coming out of there, but we only see it here, don't we? So in the north, he's going to be looking south. So the sun's going to come from the east, from his left to right. So the shadow will be in reverse. We're going that way. So the clock will be working that way on his gnomon. If you're out in the south, you're looking north. So the sun's coming from your right to your left. So the shadow's going left to right. And that's the way your clock will work. So the sun's here, the shadow's on this side. So the time of day will go like that, yeah. So that's your AM to PM. This guy asking the question is supposed to be some scientist who thinks he knows what he's doing. He can't even think of that, figure it out himself. He has to ask me and then says he'll sit back with some popcorn and whatever. But that's what they're like, thick. They only believe in a spinning ball. Moon cycles, alchemy. Alchemy. Well, alchemy explains the whole flat earth system, but it's all swept under the mat as magical stuff. And basically it is magical because magnetic fields, it is magic. It all reduces down. Alchemy, it's all explained, esoteric stuff. In the centre vortex here, it is up to God to conceal a matter, but for kings to search out this matter, but the heart of kings will not be found. We cannot see this, cannot find it. It's there though. It's all explained through religion, the Egyptians, whatever. That's why I know it all works. You can't debunk me. These scientists ask me these stupid simple questions I explained already.
Can't debunk him because it's nonsense.
Yes, that's the problem. How do you debunk this utter twaddle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stewie's saying an anti-clockwise clock. Yeah, that's right, Stewie. Yeah.
And they can't debunk me. It's all there. But what I've discovered is it all gets reduced. The field reduces. So what we get is energy coming out of the north. We know that's how the sun works, isn't it? 15 degrees per hour. As it moves west, it's all sunlight. Works with all the time zones. But what is actually happening is it's getting reduced because the energy is hitting this, what I'm calling the ether, and it reduces everything beyond there. The frequencies get reduced, so everything reduces. And it's all relative to the person out here. When Einstein came up with all his theories. Relativity, warped space-time. It's warped, alright, look what happens. But that's in a man's horizon. Whenever he's travelling south, this is what, well, whether that's his horizon or not, I'm not sure, but anyway, that's what's happening. So no matter where you are, you're getting that's what happens, you're just going south. You just head south, and it's just reducing down. And that's why they come to this Antarctic on your map. But in actual fact, Antarctica is still all around there. But that is the reduction in our magical field. Magnetic alchemy field. This is the only way to explain it. You're talking about kings revealing a matter, search out a matter. What's happening here? Look. What's this? Where did this crown idea come from?
He just drew it, that's why.
Because it goes way back.
Your ass, Lindsay.
He just drew it, that's why. That's where it came from.
It's all alchemy. It's all there. And who's seen this?
Are we sure he's not a Poe?
Well,
No.
that last time we watched
this for a good laugh.
There.
Well, he was talking about the conspiracy stuff there at the end of one of these videos, so I'm thinking he's not a Poe as such, especially with that other conspiracy stuff that he was spouting.
That's what you've got. Science doesn't want you to know all this stuff. They want you to control you. The people running your world, you have to be controlled by them.
Well, pause for a moment. He's right there. Science doesn't want us to know all this stuff. It wants us to know the correct explanations for things, not this shit.
Yeah, not this stuff, no.
You understanding alchemy or religion, because religion describes your whole realm. What you're doing here, how it all works, how you should perform, what's your goal in life, what's the meaning to life. It's all in religion. Doesn't matter what religion you're in. They all tell the same story. Yeah. The eagle is here.
No, they all tell very different stories.
Yeah, I was
exactly.
going to say that. Yeah, they're a little bit different.
I mean, even Christianity can't make its bloody mind up.
Yeah.
I mean, really can't make its mind up very badly.
What the moon does. This ellipticon here, that moves over the year. Perihelion, for so many months, then it starts wandering up a bit, heading up.
Keep spinning
Equinox, Ephihelion.
Do it a couple of times
It's
longer.
just spinning water. And it's spinning, and you're looking at a vortex of water. The water spins on an angle like this as it's flowing up before it comes back down. Sucked down in the vacuum to be brought back up again. So you look into physics, That's the magnetic field out here. Down there is the electrical field. Well, that elliptic in there
Elliptical.
does this.
Hang on,
This is
hang on,
sunset.
stop that, stop that, stop it. You can't have a magnetic field outside and an electric field inside.
No, exactly.
Shh, don't tell him that.
It does this.
He's going to cross the lines, isn't he? He's going to cross the streams.
Oh, he's going to
Yeah.
cross the streams. Okay.
Wow, isn't that pretty? It's nature again. No nature
Yeah.
on a spinning ball. It's a tulip or a
It's a
tulip or
what?
something. Poppy.
It's a what?
Or something.
That's what the elliptic do. So imagine the moon's in here too. And then you go online and find out what the moon's doing over the year, and that's what it's doing.
Yeah?
It's moving like this. You can't debunk this model. And
Just a second.
Here's the cross.
Just a second, Terry. You know that shape he drew? I think he might be thinking of Lissajous figures
Yeah.
that you can display on an oscilloscope by putting
Different voltages on the X and Y input.
well varying sine waves on both the X and Y inputs. Yeah.
Yeah.
within the vortex, inside the vortex, you have to realise they don't represent the cardinal points. In religion, there's the four corners. This is down and out. So if it goes out in the vortex, it's down in our world, what we see out in the physical, in the projections. If it's going in the vortex, it's going up. And that's what we get here, isn't it? In and up is the northern summer. Down and out is the southern summer. And what have we got here? North is down here. That is south. Because there's Milky Ways in that, and the Milky Way goes like this. And we see it out here. And plus this is turning, you see it do its thing up there.
Hmm?
This is tricky. You haven't been taught any of this stuff right from the age of 5 years old. That's why
Yeah, thank God.
Clovies can't get their head around it. But it's when you do, it works. It's a lot simpler than trying to understand all their hocus pokey, all their hokey pokey, hocus pocus,
Hocus
and what the heck the celestial bodies are doing millions of miles away. And the sun being 93 million miles away, but the moon only a quarter of a million miles away. It's a joke. It's written, the moon and the sun are the same size, and that 5-degree difference is the distance between them. That's all it is. Out. See, down and out. So it's out. We're seeing it down. In, we're seeing it up. That's why they think the moon is on a slightly different elliptic to the sun. 5 degrees. In reality, it's not. It's all on the same elliptic. It goes around the sun. It's all the same elliptic. It's just further out. All the other planets are just further out. It's just like it's been written in thousands of years ago. It's all there. It's remember it's an egg.
It's an egg. he's been. I'm sure he's been watching Riley.
It's an egg, and this is sort of elongated. That's the spin in the centre of the vortex, and as the season changes, it comes to the equinox. The elongation becomes more circular. And what I mentioned about the Christian story, Judas betrayed. Judas, when you look into the word Judas, means something to do with crippled or whatever, and that's where you lose your legs. You see, you cut the legs off a baby. That's where the crippled thing comes into Judas.
That's cruel.
It's more circular now because the equinox. You haven't got the angle. It's levelled out. Circular, not long. What was I going to say? So the moon is out here. It's
What's a three-headed baby?
just so close to the sun.
It's a four-headed baby.
Remember, this is the egg's turning, and the moon's going a little bit quicker than the sun's going a little bit quicker than the moon, but it's just there. And that slight distance, that 5 degrees they're talking about. Remember, the elliptic's 23.4, and they say it's 5 degrees off. So 5, they say 1. So they like to tell you it's 28.8, but really it's 28.4. So there might be a little bit of refraction from there to what we see in here, the ether, the moisture. Okay, that's the way it
Yeah,
is.
rub it all out and start again.
What else can I say? Green ground, ether, energy, clock, hand, sundial. Done it all. Think about it. So I know you understand blue and redshift now. And the dry, thin atmosphere. Thick, moist, wet atmosphere. That is the attraction. They think the magnetic fields go all the way to the north. There's a magnetic flux there, sure. Any magnet will make you think that. But it takes a flippin' thinker to realise it's a ring magnet. And I didn't even have a magnet, I didn't even know. I just knew the system worked that way. So I finally get a ring magnet and it works exactly that way. The magnetic fields get absorbed through here. Search it out yourself. Just like I did. Thanks for watching.
It goes on with so much stuff that it's hard to pause it at every word or at every sentence he says. Oh.
Well, I mean, we could have made that take hours by trying to pull it apart, but
No.
he's talking so much bottom juice that
Bottom shit, you mean? Shit, you mean, Alan?
well, I thought you didn't like swearing on the show, so I'm trying to be good and behave myself.
Bottom juice.
Yeah, only the. I told you it's only the F and C words. The other words, I don't think we should get demonetised for that.
Yeah. I just thought, what's coming?
It's all right. You'll be all right.
Hey, Grim Fondel's doing all right. He's managed to spell Lysige's figures and oscilloscope correctly. Wish I could.
All right. So is that it for the derp?
Yeah, that's it for Lindsay. That'll do for that. Just
Okay.
ad lib for a couple of seconds. I've got to do something.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm sprinkling cheese over the top of my pizza right now.
Oh. What did you put on it in the end, then, Paul?
Oh, I've got mushrooms. I've got little hot chili peppers finely cut up, put on it. I've got bacon. I've got cheese, obviously. I've got capsicum, mushrooms, anchovies, basil, freshly grown basil from my garden. Tomato and barbecue sauce as the base. So yeah, it's looking all right. Actually got enough dough to make another one, but I think one will do me.
Yeah. How many slices are you going to cut it into, though? 6 or 8?
I can't eat 8. Put any tomato on it yet? I don't know. Don't think I'll put tomato on this one.
It's a bit salty, mate.
Well,
What's
if
that?
you only cut it into 2 pieces, that won't fill you up as much.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but 2 pieces, they are bigger. They are big and dodgy to handle, aren't they?
Here you go.
Gotta put the tomato,
You can.
tomatoes on top so they'll dry out.
There you go. You can actually see it there.
Oh,
All right.
Nice.
So that's it. It's got to be cooked now, though. You know, so it's ready to go in the oven. So yeah, homemade dough, homegrown vegetables. Yeah.
I usually put the tomatoes on top so that they bake and dry out.
What's that?
You put them down the bottom. Put the tomatoes on the top so that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Might go shove this in the oven quick.
Yeah,
I'll come
I've got a
back and
couple of
have-
friends who've got them wood-fired
Oh yeah,
pizza ovens outside, next to the
yeah.
barbecue. Yeah.
That's okay if you're having a party or like a gathering or something, but it'd be buggered if I'm going to fire up a wood-fired pizza oven just to cook one pizza.
Yeah, I know.
No, stuff that.
You put some garlic with it, Mark? Yeah, you can have garlic with it. Oh, garlic goes well with pizza. What? No pineapple. My goodness.
Right, it's in the oven. So by the time I'm finished the media dirt, it should be just about done. Yeah. And the thing is, my desk is covered in flour now.
Aren't you supposed to cook it in the kitchen?
Yeah. Well, at least thank God it's an optical mouse. Thank God it's an optical mouse and not one of those rollerball mouses. You know what they're like. They pick up and gather everything, don't they? And
Yeah. Although saying that, I've got a trackball mouse, so it optically reads the surface of the ball as I spin the ball around.
Oh, okay.
But you do have to pop the ball out every now and again and clean the fluff out of it.
Yeah, because what happens is the ball picks up the fluff and then it wraps it around the little spindles that the ball rubs against.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And it also tends to drop it across the sensor as well.
Yeah.
Which is probably the problem you get with using the mouse on the floury surface, even with an optical one. You end up blocking the sensor, don't you?
Yeah, you would end up doing that eventually, but it's easy to clean at least. No, so
yeah, pick it up and blow the flour off the bottom.
Yeah.
Miro says what? No pineapple?
No pineapple, definitely. No pineapple.
Do we have to take his spanner off him now, do we?
Pineapple does not belong on pizza. It's great for other things like sweet and sour and in pineapple upside down cakes, but not pizza.
This could get interesting.
Right. Okay. Are you ready for some media derp?
Stewie thought he heard you say pop your ball out.
Yeah, I did. I was just going to quickly show. Look.
Oh no, we don't want to see Alan.
No, Alan, no. We don't want to see you pop your ball out.
Yeah.
Come back.
No.
Pop my ball out.
Oh, he's got blue balls. Alan's got blue balls.
Oh, yeah, I've got a blue ball.
We've got a blue ball.
Hey.
But it's not big. It's not a big blue ball. It's a small blue. It's a medium-sized blue ball.
We'll have none of that blue ball stuff now.
Yeah, Alan.
So, are you ready for some media dirt, Terry?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I've got some good stuff for you tonight. Okay, are you up and going? Yeah?
Yeah, we see it.
Cool. Children draw the funniest things. And they certainly do. All righty, here we go. My dad's a wrestler, apparently. And the description is, maybe Dad actually is a professional wrestler and just needs some extra practice at home. Here's the picture. Oh, go, Dad. Sometimes I can hear Daddy and bitch wrestling. I can tell he's winning because of the sounds she makes. Oh, dear. I want to be like Mum. Apparently, Mum works in a hardware store and customers were trying to buy the last snow shovel. When I grow up, I want to be just like Mum.
Yep, pay her money because she looks like she's pole dancing. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Even heroes have a dark side. Well, I guess I won't be eating any pies anymore. I am Buzz Lightyear. I come in pies. Oh dear.
What was that supposed to say?
I don't know. I have no
In
idea.
come in peace. That's probably meant
Come in
to
peace,
Maybe in peace. Yeah, that's what it would be. Yeah. Remember when Mary washed Jesus' feet, and then it was Jesus' turn to wash the disciples' feet? Well, you don't have to do that. Yes, I do. Oh dear. Human pyramids can be quite impressive, but this one takes it to the next level. I think that little guy's been watching too much of his dad's material. First days are for making big impressions, and apparently a couple of big impressions were made on this child's first day. My first day. Is it she's just selling watermelons behind a desk, isn't she? Now, everyone think of an F word, please.
No, I can't think of any.
No, I'm sure you came up with a lot of non-rude F words, right? Yeah. Like fart. And fart. Nothing like a good snorkel session to relax.
Okay.
I'm sure there are many ways to depict a family snorkeling together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, they're just hanging around.
It looks a bit sus, doesn't it? They're snorkels, guys.
Yeah.
Having a nice hairdo is important to some, especially to Mum. She has to make a good impression.
Oh,
Yeah, but what it says,
dear.
what it says up the top looks like what it says.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh dear. Having a pet is a great way to relax. Petting your pet can be a great way to relieve tension, as shown here. Ben petting his pet rabbit.
Okay. Oh, he's got a pet rabbit.
Yeah, he's got a pet rabbit. It's obviously a rabbit, isn't it?
I thought it was a turtle.
nice rabbit.
A chicken.
He looks like he's choking the chicken.
Choking the chicken.
Oh dear.
Turkey slap.
Yeah. Giving cards is a great way to celebrate an occasion. Giving cards at Easter is not a common practice, but maybe an Easter egg card? Oops. Oh dear.
They tried to fold the Easter egg.
Getting along with the neighbours is important.
Yeah.
Giving a card to your elderly neighbour can be one way to get along, like this card of this child's elderly neighbour using a hairdryer and shampoo.
What the? What?
And when I found this one, the card wasn't actually given to the elderly neighbour.
Oh, okay.
It's her in the shower using a hairdryer. It's not an axe, it's a hairdryer. Going to a picnic is a lovely thing to do. Sitting on the grass, relaxing. What could possibly go wrong in this picture? That's obviously a person sitting on the grass, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Everyone has things they need to cut back on. Smoking, swearing, eating, wasting time. Even mums could cut back on some things. I think my mum should do less of this. Drink wine. Ever played conkers? Do you know what a conker is?
It's like marbles or something, isn't it?
No,
Yeah,
they're the nuts you get from a horse chestnut tree.
Yeah, but it's like playing marbles. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they're a particular type of nut that grows on a tree, and when they fall, you can collect them and play a game of conkers. All right. So this little girl drew a picture of conkers falling from a tree.
Oh.
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
This time of year, the kids go around throwing all sorts of crap into the horse chestnut trees to
Yeah.
knock down things out.
And I'll assume that they're birds in the sky.
Yeah.
When a child needs help with something, an adult can help. No matter how old they are, your children always need help with something. To Mummy, can you help me with my tits? I think it's supposed to read tights, not tits. Yeah. The Berlin Wall was a
Typical
historical
spelling
landmark.
mistake.
What's that? Yeah. The Berlin Wall was a historical landmark in Germany. It separated East and West Germany for many years, and anyone trying to cross unauthorized risked getting shot. So here's a person getting shot at the Berlin Wall. Not all children's art is drawings. Right? Sometimes a clay pot made from clay is an interesting piece of art. That's obviously a clay pot, isn't it?
Well, put flour in it, you'd be right.
Yeah. Sculpture is another great source of hilarity. Do you remember your child's first sculpture? I bet these parents do.
That's like those studios used to buy online, isn't it?
I'd be proud of the dog that did that.
It reminds me of that emoji where people think it's. It reminds me of that emoji where people think it's shit, but it's not. It's chocolate ice cream.
Yeah. Your children sometimes want to help out around the house. It's best to give them careful instructions when they want to help, otherwise this might happen. Mum will be so proud I got Timmy to sleep.
Sleep if they can't breathe.
Yeah.
Is the baby asleep? Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to be asleep for a long time, Mum. Kids see their parents do lots of things. It's always best to assume that your kids are watching everything you do at all times. My daddy really loves sugar. He even eats it with his nose.
Oh. I think Daddy's been doing something that the kids shouldn't see.
Something naughty, yeah. An ambition of many youngsters is to become a fireman. I mean, rescuing people, putting fires out with that big hose.
Oh, the ideas there.
Yeah. Children listen to everything you say. They might even use what you say to form their own outlook on life. I will never get married. This is the life. Children can be brutally honest. Sometimes they offer up an opinion even when it's not wanted. I love Mum better than you, Dad. Amanda. You have to be careful when walking on your deck. If you're not careful, you could fall off your deck. Dear Mrs. Karen, I'm sorry that you fell off your dick. I hope you feel better.
Oh, that's a cute, Karen.
Yeah. Children love to horse around. Drawing horses is a session for some kids. Of course, some are better at it than others.
A four-legged horse.
Yeah, it is. Oh dear. Kids love to draw scenes of the natural world. Flowers, beetles, grass. How could that possibly go wrong?
Mushrooms?
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms, it could be. Yeah,
mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a garden of dicks. Sharing toys prepares children for the real world. Some kids share well, some don't. My sister likes to ride my dick. I don't think so. Children love to brag that their parents are the best. Some dads are the best at footy, cricket, building stuff. Some mums are the best at tending scrapes, helping with homework. My dad is the best cock ever. I think it's supposed to be cook, not cock.
Yeah, I think it's meant to be cook. Yeah, cook.
Yeah.
I've done a spelling mistake.
Yeah. Thanking people for what they do is important. The conductor blew a special whistle to thank him.
Oh, no.
It's obviously a conductor blowing a whistle, John. What are you thinking?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I just know.
That's a big whistle.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Children have the best imaginations. Let's see a new twist on the familiar Star Wars idea.
Okay.
So we've got Darth Bacon.
Darth Bacon.
We've got Luke Egg Walker. We've got sausage cropper. Is it sausage croper?
Groper.
Yeah. And we've got a Boba Pancake.
I can't read half of them.
Yeah, Boba Pancake down on the left-hand bottom
Oh,
there.
yeah.
And then we've got Toast Solo.
Got hash something there. Hash.
And hash. I don't know what that word says.
Yeah, I can't work that one out.
Hash ball.
I think it's supposed to be a Wookiee hash brown.
Hashbacker.
Yeah, hashbacker.
That'll be it.
Yeah, hashbacker, not Chewbacca. It's hashbacker.
Hashbacker. Yeah. Oh, that's ingenious. That one.
Yeah, so that's a Star Wars egg breakfast theme, I'd say. Like horses, sea creatures are a source of fascination for kids. Dolphins are especially popular with kids.
Yep.
Sometimes you have to try really hard to guess what it is. This is either an animal or a popular English dessert. It's a giraffe, of course, isn't it?
Of course it's a giraffe.
Oh,
Yeah. Children love to draw pictures of their pets. Here's a picture of a child's cat, Cosmo the cat. Oh dear. Sometimes kids draw things they don't even know about. Is this a white supremacist windmill? Some words are hard for kids to spell. Virginia is apparently one of those words that's hard to spell for kids. Thank you for bring us to Vagina Beach. Yeah. Part of being a parent. Yeah. Part of being a parent is teaching kids to draw stuff. Tonight's job is teaching the kids to draw snowflakes. If you're getting a drink, get one for me too. Here's a picture of Mum carrying 2 drinks. Remember, kids will get some of their values from their parents. Here's a child giving a judgment on his teacher.
My teacher is an atheist. And that's what I've got for you tonight. That's it. Hope you enjoyed that.
Thank
There
you,
you
Paul.
go.
Thank you, sir. Hey. Well done, mate.
Thank you, Paul. Yeah,
You're
kids just do not realise what they draw, but it's our
No, they don't.
imagination that gets them in trouble.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But then again, you wouldn't say what you think you see what they draw. Alright, okay, what else we got lined up for? We've got no quiz section anymore, do we? Like a small quiz for things.
Well,
We have
unfortunately,
to look into that.
Pip's a bit busy for another couple of weeks, isn't she?
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get her back once the bowling season is the outdoor bowling season is over.
Well, it'll only take me a couple of seconds to I don't know where she was actually getting questions from. That one Kosho does down in Gems is not too bad. I get some right in that. What do we got here? I've already done that one. What's this one? No, we don't want to do the citizenship test, that's for sure. Anything sciencey? Oh, could you pass Year 10 Science? Yeah, but what grade were they in when they did it? Star Wars quiz?
That was just the right amount of time for the pizza. It's done.
I'll just see what this is for the Year 10 thing. Okay, Year 10. Where's the questions?
It's a pizza update, folks.
Oh.
Ooh,
Whoa, good, mate.
They give it A, B, C,
like
D
crispy.
answers. That's too much there. That's too hard to do. Questions, answers. What do we got here? No, you can say a male chicken. Because that's what it is, it's a male chicken. Yeah, rooster. No, it's a four-letter C word that some Aussies seem to throw in their language. And the usual four-letter F word. Come on, load the page, will you? Maybe it's not working that way. Pub quiz question trivia with answers. Try that one. Why do they always give you links to sports, music, and 6 Australia quiz? Not sports. Famous Australians. I might have to just try and find a generic one. That might be better. Try something else. I did have this saved. That's got 35 questions. What's that one? No, can't use that. What's this? What's this one? 40 questions to make you a virtual club thing. Where's the questions? Where's the answers? Read out each question slowly and tell them to write down the question number and answer on a sheet of paper. After each session. Oh, where's the answers? Well, there's the questions. Where's the answers? Bloody stupid thing. That's no good. Just basic. Pub quiz questions Australia. Trivia. What have we got here? Where's the answer? Well, that's a bit stupid. I can't give the answer to it. Bugger.
Yeah, you probably need to pick a quiz that you've got answers for, Terry.
Oh, yeah, they give you the choices of what the answer could be, but this one's no good. True or false, maybe? Oh, that's no good to me either. Everyone I'm finding, they don't show you the answer straight away. Got to go through it to get to the answer. Now this, I'll have to do a bit of homework to find this. find any questions. You've got to really look for them.
We'll organise some for next time, Terry.
You'd have to go through all these ones just to find the ones that have got the actual answers written with them. Okay. That was cool. That was from Wade. I have to screenshot that. I'll screenshot that later. You can just see the Terminator line. Wow. Well, that's for our benefit anyway, those type of images. These flirters don't care. Else Wade's Underworld.
There's supposed to be a lot of shooting stars in the next couple of days.
A shooting star?
Sunday, like that. Shooting stars through the atmosphere.
Well, I haven't got it. I can't show you that if I haven't got the video of them.
No, this is what's happening to the week.
Flat Earth multi-directional south. I've got no idea what this is. This is from B-Ball. I've got no idea what it's all about. Oh.
Pinpoint asteroids.
What's up, Earthlings? It's amazing what the movement of the stars can tell us. And what they tell me is that we're on a rotating sphere. Even the simplest demonstration tells me that looking up at the sky from an object that's rotating can produce only one pattern. And that pattern is the star trails we observe when looking north and south. Here's the southern star trails from my backyard. I was even lucky enough to have a visit by the ISS during this observation. And here's looking southwest. Notice how when looking more towards the west, the star trails start to straighten out. And here's looking northwest. Here we see the star trails begin to form a circular pattern again. Here's a question. Can observing the stars in 3 different directions produce the same pattern on a flat Earth? I think this question is simply answered by visualizing what the apparent rotation of the stars would look like from a flat plane, and how it would look to different observers looking in different directions in different parts of the flat plane. Now, when I apply what I observe in reality to a flat Earth, we begin to see a very obvious problem. Looking in different directions on a flat plane will result in a very different observation than what we see in reality. The stars will be moving parallel to the horizon, similar to what we see here. I'm sure most flat earthers will reject this representation of flat Earth outright because they know this model is ridiculous. Yet they still believe the Earth to be flat. But one glaring question remains. How can someone looking south, viewing the Southern Cross in South Africa, and someone in Australia, also looking south, view those same exact stars while looking in a totally different direction? This is just one of the many problems with flat Earth that none of them will ever address. Once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like this video, and check out the rest of my videos if you're interested. And as always, peace.
Destroy shit, pinpoint asteroids and all.
Yeah, they don't want to address these sort of fundamental problems. But it's flat and that's it. No questions, no explanations.
So there you go,
Shooting.
John. A photograph of a meteorite.
Oh.
Or a shooting star, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a big happening in the Red Band. They've got Mars below the moon, and then there's going to be a shooting star event. I think it's on Sunday night.
Who else have we got? I'm just looking for quickies. No, we don't want Mr. Sensible live, because that probably goes for 2 hours and whatever. What else?
There's remnants of the comets down in path, so we get more fragments.
John, I don't want to pick on you, but your sound is crap.
It really is tonight,
Oh,
John.
sorry.
Sounds like you're talking through a pillow, man.
No, bloody.
It was not too bad in Discord, but low. But then when you came in here, it just sounds really... Yeah.
It always happens on here.
Where's Wally? Oh, I've already seen that. I've gone back through the list. I've shown everything there, shown everything there. We might be having an early night, guys, if I can't find anything else. Nothing else on the list. Nothing else there. No, I haven't been following Professor Dave. because that goes for 6 minutes, but he's using part 2 and 3. This is part 3, so I've missed part 1 and 2. Who else is there? Anton's. I've missed a lot of Anton. What's this one? Ranty, are you going to donate your Arctic Reflections? Dropped something in any other vids. Ranty, are you going to donate your 750 USD to fight the flat Earth? It's only recent, that. I don't know what that's all about. Only goes for a few minutes. We'll see what that's all about. Pause that for a sec.
To my great surprise, it seems like you have not taken note of mine and Wolfie's 6020's offer to you. You start to run out of time. You have to give us a reply soon. I offer you a participant in one of my workshops in Lofoten, the Arctic parts of Norway. It lasts for 1 week. It's a photo workshops, accommodation in a single room, all food, traveling by car, and boat in the area is included. I will also pay your trip from your home to the workshop, air travel and transfers. You get access to fast internet, so you can do live broadcasts if you want to do that. When you arrive in Norway, Wolfie 6020 will deposit $750 US into your account. When you say yes, you send me an email. You will find the address in the description. Then I send my phone number, information about my Norwegian company, so you can investigate that this is a serious company that is a well-established organizer of workshops for photographers and filmmakers. You have until October 7th to accept the offer. If you don't do that, Wolfie 6020 will donate your $750 to FTFE. And I will turn my offer into a scholarship. I will every year offer 2 YouTube creators to participate in a workshop for free. They have to pay for their trip, but the rest I will pay. The scholarship will be named after you. Both flat earthers and globers will be able to apply. The aim is to increase the skills in filming and photographing with creators who uses cameras in their attempt to prove the shape of the Earth, if space exists or not, etc. What is the purpose? Every time I see a video or a picture which claims to prove the shape of the Earth, if space is fake and so on, I get mad when I see the poor quality and that the poor quality uses to be some kind of proof. My purpose is not to make a joke of flat earthers. When flat earthers attend a workshop, I will not try to convince them about the shape of the Earth. I will just try to teach them as much as possible how to film and make photographs. Ranty, I'm looking forward for your reply. Okay, that was all for this short video. I'm in the end of the film production, the TV production, and I will be back with a new video on Tuesday. Then it will be a debunk video. Okay, have a nice weekend. Bye.
seems like a fair enough deal. Travis should
Tell
take
you
him.
what,
Travis
I-
should take him up on that.
yeah, do you know what? I really, really must contact him and inquire about his workshops, because I think it'd be really good to go on one. So yeah, I think I need to find out how much I need to save up. Haven't had a holiday in years, so
We might be able to help you out, mate.
You went over to your daughter. You went over to your daughter's house. Wasn't that a holiday?
I wouldn't call it a holiday. Fun, that fun. Spent some time with my grandson, who is it's always enjoyable. Yes, they're better than kids, better than your own kids, aren't they? Because when it comes to the unpleasant bits, you can hand them back to mum and dad. But yeah, I just wish my son and his partner lived a bit closer, so I could be a bit more involved with them and their impending little one. It's difficult when they're. I know for you Aussies this is going to sound strange, but it's difficult when they're a couple of 100 miles away. I know you guys don't think that's very far.
No.
That's what I do for go for shopping.
Yeah, but what if they only live a couple of miles away and you still don't get to see them?
Yeah, that's hard, especially unfortunately my son was didn't contact us for a while, but I'm going to say he's decided to change his mind on that, and I am eternally grateful for it. So yeah, I feel for anybody in that situation, Terry.
Well, I haven't really got any more for you guys.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
Nothing I can find off the top of my head, anyway.
Next time I'll try to have a couple of physics problems that we can go through, Terry.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah, what I would have liked longer videos, but Creative Commons sucks trying to find the videos that last.
Yeah, I know.
Last long enough.
Yeah.
Unless I take my own video footage of that type of things. It's not as if I can't do it. Oh, we'll leave it at that then.
Okay.
We haven't even hit 2.5 hours tonight.
Oh,
Mm.
it's only warming up, mate.
I'll have a go at finding a quiz for next time too, Terry. So,
Yeah, that'll fill in a little bit of time.
yeah.
We always drag that out. You still having a cuppa, Alan? Because I noticed you got a cuppa hanging around there.
Oh, no, I had a bit of a.
Yeah. Well, I just took your cuppa away.
Oh, all right. I'll take. I went to take it away. You'd already done it. What are you doing to me?
I don't know if I can give it back. No, I can't give it back. I can take it away, but I can't give it back. I can do other things, but that's not what you want. You don't want, I can spotlight video, I can stop video. I can allow you to record. I can put you in a waiting room. I can report you. I can remove you. Okay. All these interesting things. Oh, well, we'll leave it at that for tonight then.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, Alan. Thanks, John. Thanks, Glenn Seaborg. Did I pronounce that right? Seaborg?
You did. Yes.
Wow.
Big Blue. He's lurking somewhere. Who'd we end up tonight? Somebody got a few spanners tonight. I've got no idea who didn't get one. There's David. Thank God it's flat. Brainery. Fred. David.
Boggs.
Miro. Boggs. Did have some other. Oh, Professor Bell was out there.
The Elmigs.
Microraptor. I had some other people drop in earlier.
Irish Stu.
Irish Stew.
Renee and me.
Room Fondle. Glenn Collins. There's some other. I can't scroll up that far back. Who else was there? Armageddon's Fire. Sheepy was working, so Sheepy couldn't drop in.
Yeah.
Who else? Oh, Howard Moore. That's as far as I can go. That's my limit.
I'll dig up some question and answers stuff.
No, Paul said he'd sort that out.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. Okay.
As if he hasn't got enough to do as it is, but
That's all right.
he can always do it while he's cooking his next pizza.
Yeah.
It's amazing what you can do while you're waiting for something.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, you just got back from the kitchen with my cake and cup of tea. Miro did. Oh, sorry, Miro. You can come over to Discord. You can bring it over to Discord because we're always over there afterwards.
Yeah, we are.
Just chewing the fat over there. So
I'll come up with a really hard
maths
maths
problem. If you're not in my Discord, just say so and I'll send you a link.
I'm sure Miro's in the Discord. I'm sure I've seen him in there before.
Yeah, I missed the shenanigans on Gem's server today. Apparently Nathan Thompson came in.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
Really, and abused the shit out of everyone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, give us a drip on that, mate.
Oh, I wasn't there, but I heard all about it.
Yeah, I
was
heard
complaining about it.
rumours. Yeah, I heard rumours. I don't know why Gem lets the toxic ones go there, but he seems to allow it, so it's just the way it is, I suppose.
Guys have our lives.
Okay. I've said me goodbyes out there. So, okay, panel. I'll see you next time. That'll be on the what's today? Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Monday late up Monday afternoon. I'm still playing around with times. So to Monday I might try 3 o'clock our time because I tried 2 o'clock last time I think. So I'll try 3 o'clock. My Discord, Miro. All right then. Good night, panel. Good night, Peanuts.
Good night, Peanuts. Oh.
Good night, chili and hazelnuts.
Chili. That wasn't Latin.
Don't forget. Thumbs up, sub, ring the bell. You know what to do, guys. Post a comment.
Jerry.
Well, they better know what to do by now. I got 19 thumbs up and I got 20 watching, so that's not too bad. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Did you remember to thumbs up it yourself, Terry?
Yeah, I'll do that. That'll make it an even 20 then. There you go.